Someone asked about the following four phrasal verbs: flip out, freak out, piss off, and tick off. Okay, so those are four phrasal verbs. She said, are they all the same? Are they all appropriate to use? These are two really good questions, so I'm going to explain that right now. So, piss off and tick off refer to getting angry. And it's most common to use these in the adjective form. So to say, I'm pissed off or I'm ticked off. Both of those mean I'm angry, okay? Now, I'm glad she asked about what's appropriate because piss off is a little bit, or pissed off, it's a little bit vulgar. It's a little bit inappropriate. So don't say that at work, okay? At work, you could say I'm ticked off, but don't say I'm pissed off, okay? I'm pissed off, you would say it with friends or with family, okay? I'm pissed off and I'm ticked off both mean angry. So let's put it into practice. When was the last time you were pissed off or ticked off? So you should start your answer with I was pissed off, or if you want to be a little more decent, I was ticked off when, and then explain the situation. I'll give you a really good example from my own life. I was really ticked off when I spent 4 hours filming some videos for Espresso English. And then when I went to look at the videos, the quality was not great. So because of some settings on my camera, so I had to do them all over again, 4 more hours. And I was really ticked off. Let's see some answers. We often hear pissed off in movies. Yes, it's true. Can pissed off also mean drunk? Maybe. I don't know. There are other expressions that we tend to use for drunk. We tend to use wasted, plastered. There's a lot of slang expressions for drunk. I will research that a little bit. Remember, you need to say, I was pissed off, okay? I was pissed off when my professor told me the results I got are not good. Okay, good example. Angry about not getting a good result in a course or on a test. Yeah, you can say I was pissed off or I got pissed off or I got ticked off. That's a little more informal to use got. Let's see some more answers. Anyone else have a situation where they were pissed off or ticked off? Angry. I was really very ticked off when I knew my daughter smoked her first cigarette. Great example. I can understand why you would be angry. Yeah, ticked off means very angry. Yeah. Okay, so pissed off and ticked off. They both mean angry. And the other two phrasal verbs I mentioned were flip out and freak out. Now, both of these, flip out and freak out, they're the same. They mean to become very agitated, upset, or emotional. Now, this could be anger or it could be another emotion. Like a good example would be if a mother was in a public place with her little girl and the little girl became separated from her mother, the mother would freak out, right? She would become very agitated trying to find her daughter because her daughter is lost and it might be dangerous, okay? The mother freaked out when she lost her little girl in the crowd. So she's not necessarily angry, but she's very upset. She's very agitated. She's very emotional, okay? Now, sometimes it can mean anger, okay? You could say, I flipped out when another driver hit my car and damaged it. So that could mean I became very upset. It could also mean I'm angry at the other driver who was not very careful and damaged my car. So flip out and freak out, they could mean anger, but they just mean a very it could be excited, a very agitated emotional state. So tell me about the last time you flipped out or freaked out. Let me think of one from my own life. Okay, I flipped out a little bit when My husband had car trouble and I was in another country, so I couldn't help him. It was a little bit stressful because it happened on a Sunday and we only have one car and he needed to go to work the next day. So I freaked out a little bit. I had to call the mechanic from the other country and make sure he was able to get the car in to be fixed. Luckily, it all turned out okay, but we were a little bit agitated. We flipped out a little bit. Let's see if we've got some answers in the chat. Okay, good. Here's an example. I attended an interview in the past. I forgot my documents in the restroom. Okay, you don't need the word very. I was freaking out. Okay, so you can use it in the past continuous. I was freaking out when I left my documents in the restroom and I had this important interview. Great example. So yeah, flip out and freak out, we tend to use these as verbs. I was freaking out or I freaked out. And piss off and tick off, we tend to use these as adjectives by saying someone is pissed off or was ticked off. But you can also use piss off and tick off as verbs. So someone asked, can you say don't piss me off? Yeah, you can say that. That means don't make me angry. Or you could say, the bad customer service really ticked me off. Okay, so two different ways to use piss off and tick off: as an adjective describing yourself or someone else, or as a verb. It pissed me off. The situation ticked me off. Okay? Someone wrote, my battery is in a dangerous low level, so I'm flipping out. Yes, a lot of people flip out when their cell phone or computer batteries get really low, and maybe they're going to need to use it very shortly.